Once upon a time, a Miku song popped into existence to spread joy and happiness featuring a really nostalgic art style, but after listening to it for the first time, it made me suffer a mental breakdown. And that's because it reminded me that our childhoods are crumbling away and we will never see them again. So let's talk about Static. Static is a Vocaloid song released on May 24th, 2025 by Flavor Foley, a group of 3 American Vocaloid producers that had composed a few songs under the band name, but I'd have to say that Static was their breakout hit. I mean, just look at it. It's like those old Cartoon Network shows that had returned from the dead for a reboot, only to get crapped on for being second-rate nostalgia bait by an animation review YouTuber. At first glance, it looks like another sloppy, mesmerizer, cartoon horror sing-along song, but deep down, I think it's actually kind of genius. Let me show you the evidence. The song begins with Miku staring into your soul with those big ol' eyes of hers. Then suddenly, a glitch occurs that transitions to a happier Miku, helping you to sing a simple 1-2-3 melody. The static and glitches are something that'll occur throughout the entire song. It'll make sense in a moment. A common theme throughout Static is how Miku is explicitly pointing out that you have nothing to fear, just stay with me. Please? A lot of childhood shows make people feel safe and feel like they can open their trust to the main character on the screen. Like how with Miku wants you to sing along with her, you grow alongside that character even into adulthood, fulfilling Miku's desire to not touch the dial and stay here a while with me. The rest of the song is mainly a flip-flop between the calm, innocent lines of Miku singing a simple melody and the chorus that goes really freaking hard for some reason. One scene that I believe is the single most important of the entire song is where Miku reassures that you'll be safe and sound with her, while the music video slowly zooms in from the classic 4:3 aspect ratio to widescreen. Cartoons didn't make that change until later in the 2000s. Oh wow, what's so important about that? Well, it's big evidence about how Static is about how nostalgia can trap you in the past. Wait a minute, that reminds me of something. Oh no! Say the line, Suwawako! Gee, it's literally Mesmerizer again. Yeah! And I'm not wrong. The bright art style and creepy undertones are probably inspired from that masterpiece. However, I'd like to see Static as an evolution to the formula, and dare I say, it's a better executed Mesmerizer. Mesmerizer's magic was brought out to the fullest because of its music video, and it's a similar case here. Both are full of symbolism and creepy stuff. You can obviously see that in Static's art style. It pays homage to animator Kino Hisa, who animated Hai Yorokonde, a popular Japanese song that ultimately pays homage to Osomatsu-kun, an old Showa-era anime that many Japanese remember fondly. But if you ask me, I think the art style reminds me of 2000s Cartoon Network shows, and the message still comes across the same. Static makes us feel safe and like we're kids again, which makes the song even more unsettling. Seriously, if TV Static didn't scare you as a kid, you're a freaking sociopath. Okay, what's the deal with the glitches? As I see it, I think it's a representation of our brains trying to remember things from when we were very young, and when something's a bit off, it fills in the blanks with repeated dialogue, fake details, or some static. That's why the aspect ratio part was so important to me. A lot of those small details can change in our heads on the fly without a second thought. It's like our childhoods are crumbling away right before our eyes, and we're not even thinking about it. That feeling is best reflected in the scariest line of the song. This is how it should be. It reminds us of our glory days, the times as kids when we would have McDonald's Happy Meals given to us if we whined enough. Now as adults, We actually have to work through hell and back just to be able to afford one. But that's just how I see it. Other normal people have found the song to be about Miku begging the audience to keep attention on her, as many other Vocaloid producers are moving to other voice banks to use for their songs. You'll need a little Vocaloid fandom knowledge for this one, but TLDR, Hatsune Miku was the go-to vocal synth for the longest time until Synth V Teto came along. People discovered that you can use Utaos for free, again, and Vocaloid 6 being a dumpster fire, to put it lightly. Miku has to share the spotlight with other vocal idiots, and when you're the middle child, you find some creative ways to get others' attention. Whenever Miku says, "It's me," it specifically plays at 39 seconds and 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the video. 39 being Miku's nickname using Japanese numbers, in 2 minutes 7 seconds, referencing her release year in 2007. Other hints of her insecurity come around a section of the song where it shows Miku whipping her arms around. Pop quiz, little kids. What does Miku mean by this? Is it A, a cry for help, B, a mental breakdown, or C, a message to her boyfriend, Germa? Ding ding ding! It's C! Sign language help message. That's correct. Miku is signing the message, "Don't go," which should help cement that she does not want you to take attention off her, for better or for worse. Toward the end of the song, there's a section that uses live action footage featuring sunflowers and sakura blossoms. There's actually a bit of symbolism to this. In Japanese folklore, the sunflowers are associated with long life, loyalty, and even yearning for the past. That flower symbolizes what Miku wants to hold on to forever. On the other hand, the sakura is obviously associated with spring, a new beginning, and the start of the cycle of seasons once again. Change is something that I bet you and I all fear as we get older, and it's something Miku is avoiding as seen with her various messages. But, cry as you like, you can't stop the future. Nostalgia is a fun emotion to feel, but it can easily be weaponized. From buying toys as an adult, to companies exploiting your childhood for cash grabs. When you're trapped in the past, everything else will move in front of you, and eventually, you'll have a lot of catching up to do. But damn man, it's hard sometimes. The adult world is full of so many issues and problems that we can't solve alone, so a lot of us turn to these kids shows to help us cope with growing up. And that is why I think Static is a better Mesmerizer wannabe, at least in my eyes. The horror aspect is more low-key, and the messaging is more important to a lot of us as we grow older. Mesmerizer showed the singers spitting out obvious cries for help, while Static shows a more realistic way of handling trauma. Yeah, a lot of us are coping real freaking hard right now, but we can't live like this forever. Miku's still living in the past, and you can only remind a person of the past so much until it becomes boring. We have lives full of such great potential that are just begging to be fulfilled. We can learn from Miku that we need to leave the past behind and fight to make the future ours. Besides, if we were still living in 2002, we would never have Germa appear in the song. When you sing along.